Why not your hands to win rugby, please?
His Excellency Prithviraj Singh Irupan, President of the Republic, past President of the Republic, Excellency Paramasivan Vayapuri, Excellencies of the diplomatic missions in Mauritius, Mr. Councillor, Mrs. Mutusami, distinguished members of the Mauritian Consular Corps, Honorary Consul of Namibia, Mrs. Lynda Kok shun, members of the print and online press, radios and television, distinguished golfers and guests and executives and staff of the Avalon Golf Estate. Good evening and very welcome. I believe it's the first time in my life that I have a piece of good news. I have a lot of good news, but I also have some bad news. And tonight I'll be the harbinger of bad news, since I have to tell you outright that the competition has had to be stopped because of severe weather conditions. So all the golfers there, let's give them a big hand because they went through all the rain. So I was telling you, the competition is therefore not finished, and I know that a future date has already been earmarked for the golfers to be able to finish their tours. So for tonight, all the lovely prizes that you see, I'll be telling you later on how many of them there is and what you're going to be winning next time, just sort of to whet your appetite and really get you back to come back, really get you to come and finish that round of golf. But I would like us to give she's been doing a lot of work, and she's been up and down the country trying to organize this. So let's give a big hand to Mrs. Lynda Kok shun already, the Honorary Consul of Namibia. Yeah. Tonight we have maintained, the good news is that we maintain all these lovely buffets that you see around, so you'll be invited to have a great dinner with us. And also we can thank the pop jazz section of the police band, because they've been entertaining us, of the police force. Bringing ability to disability was the theme of this charity golf tournament, organized by your host, the Honorary Consul of Namibia, Mrs. Lynda Kok shun, to raise funds towards bringing some solace to the disabled. She'll tell you much more about this in a minute. Those chosen to receive a Jaipur foot prosthesis, 50 of them on the present initiative, like many of their predecessors, will be able to savor a radical change in their everyday lives, which will be full of newborn happiness. Once again, all our gratitude goes to you golfers who have been able to give meaning to your favorite sport while bringing some happiness and solace to the handicapped. Amongst the players today, we had quite some known figures on the Mauritian scene. We had Peter Markovich, who's a famous golf architect and who designed the Avalon Golf, and I believe the Heritage one, and Bonchoisi one, which is the brand new one, the latest baby of the lot. But I believe we should thank Peter for a lovely, lovely, lovely golf course here. Amongst the other one, we had our youngest pro, Pierre Pellegrin. He's only 22, and I believe it's becoming quite a terror on the greens. I don't play golf, but you guys can tell me whether it's true or not. And of course, we had Ryan Dodd. He's right in the corner there. For us tonight, given the special nature of this charity event, you were all of you golfers, you were all our favorite stars.
Yes.
I'm sure all of you will remember this day as having played your rounds with a purpose. So thank you again to all the golfers. But I would fail my duty this evening if I did not mention all of this would not have been possible without the generosity of our sponsors. You can see them all on the banner in the back of here, and you'll see them on the screen later on. And they are many, many, many of them, and they will be officially recognized by your host this evening. Distinguished guests, our host, like I said, has been working relentlessly, tirelessly to make of this golfing day a huge success, save for the weather, which she does not control like all of us, and we know this very well. Elle a été au four et au moulin et ne s'est épargné aucun effort pour mettre en place cette journée de soutien à nos handicapés. Please join me then in welcoming the Honorary Consul of Namibia, Ms. Lynda Kok shun, for her welcome speech.
His Excellency, Prithviraj Ratchanok, President of the Republic of Mauritius, First President of the Republic of Mauritius, His Excellency Paramasivan Parapuri, Heads of Diplomatic Mission, Ambassador Councillor Mrs. Muthusamy, colleagues of the Consular Corps, distinguished golfers, guests and sponsors, members of the press. Good evening. I feel delighted to welcome you here tonight for the Charity Golf Tournament prize giving ceremony. The proceeds of today's tournament will be donated to Global Rainbow Foundation, who will be responsible to provide prostheses to amputees in Mauritius, thus offering independence, mobility, and dignity to those suffering from disability. Upon receipt of these prostheses, there will be a considerable improvement in the quality of life of these autrement capables, and for their family members who were caring for them. Above all, they will find back the happiness and joie de vivre with the possibility of engaging into a professional activity, thereby increasing their autonomy. After all, giving is not just about a donation. It is about making a difference. An effort made for the happiness of others lifts us above ourselves. We must also not forget immense true wealth hereafter is the good that he does in this world to his fellows. Today's events not only profiles the sport of golf, but also shows how it can contribute towards improving the quality of life of the most vulnerable. As the Honorary Consul for an African country, I associate myself with APSA for the word Africanicity, the distinctly African ability to always find a way to get things done and bring possibilities to life. Allow me to thank and congratulate the golfers who took part in the tournament today in support of amputees. I'm also humbled by the generous support of my main sponsors, namely APSA, the Bank who Care, Mini Cooper, Swan for Life, and Avalon, not to forget my sponsors for the amazing 26 prizes for the winners in the different categories. My heartfelt appreciation to Jacques Liwanpe for giving us the opportunity to discover his latest brand of whiskey, Henke Bannister, which is being served tonight. Grace for the wine, and Le Connoisseur for the champagne, which will be offered to the overall winners. I feel so blessed to have been so well accompanied in this enriching adventure by Ryan Dutz, the golf director, and Avinash Govind, the events executive of Avalon Golf Estate. Please enjoy the delicious dinner and dessert prepared by Chef Hans and the music by the Mauritius Police Pop Group. And for the brave, the dance floor is open. May I wish you a very pleasant evening.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mrs. Kok shun. We are graced tonight by the presence of His Excellency, the President of the Republic. His presence speaks volumes about his commitment to the cause of the handicapped and underprivileged of our country. In spite of a heavy schedule, he has made some space to join us tonight for this very noble initiative. Without further ado, let's welcome His Excellency Prithviraj Singh Rupan, President of the Republic of Mauritius. Your Excellency.
Thank you, Mr. Manuel. His Excellency, Mr. Vayapuri, former Vice President, Excellencies Ambassadors, representative of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Let me, at the very outset, present apologies of His Excellency Honorable Nankumar Boda, who unfortunately, due to some last-minute commitment, can't be with us today. Excellencies, Ambassadors, Mrs. Lynda Kok shun, Honorary Council of Namibia in Mauritius, members of the Diplomatic Corps and Honorary Councils, representatives of different organizations, sponsors and participants present, dear golfers, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, good evening. Let me first of all thank the Consulate of the Republic of Namibia, especially the Honorable Council, Mrs. Kok shun, for the invitation extended to me. I must say that I'm very much delighted to be here in this beautiful region of Mauritius, at the Avalon, and to join you for this charity golf tournament. Unfortunately, for the time being, without the prize-giving ceremony, due to unforeseen circumstances. We are here facing an unfinished business, but I'm sure that things will come to an end in coming days or weeks. But nevertheless, I should also thank all those who have been, to one way or another, associated with this event, be it the consulate, be it the sponsors, be it the golfers, in this very laudable initiative. Comme on dit, joindre l'utile à l'agréable. Golfers playing golf, their passion, at the same time trying to help those who are in need. And for us, it's a very good way of combining these two. I should particularly commend Mrs. Kok shun, whom we all know is a very dynamic and active Honorary Council. I must say that due to her effort, we have been able to strengthen the friendly relationship between Namibia and Mauritius. And during these last years, where I have been able to know her more, I must say that she has contributed a lot. If I'm not mistaken, in 2017, while she was counsel, we were honored to welcome high dignitaries from Namibia. The Prime Minister of Namibia came to Mauritius in 2017 during the African Economic Forum. She was very, I must say, active during our celebration of the 50th anniversary of independence, and came up with something, I must say, original. And we were offered in March 2018 five orexes, sorry for the pronunciation, which are in fact the national symbol or animal of Namibia. These were given to the Minister of Agriculture. I was at the time Minister of Arts and Culture and closely working on our celebration. And I believe that they are doing well now at Kazela, where they are. And I don't know if the family has grown up or is still 5. But I hope that they are in good health. But foremost, we shall be forever grateful to Namibia for having been by our side in our fight for the full decolonization of the Republic of Mauritius. When we were dealing with the Chagos issue, of course, part of, as member of the EU, Namibia has been voting with us, but there were more than that, really actively involved, because there was also written submission which was made by Namibia. I can't recollect whether there was also oral statement made at the hearing, but at least I know that in addition to voting for Mauritius, they also submitted written submission. And now with this event, which we should all applaud, they are going beyond formal diplomacy and coming to strengthening the relationship between the citizens of Mauritius and Namibia. And for this, of course, we should commend and applaud all those who have been behind this very good initiative. And I'm sure that such initiative will inspire other diplomatic missions, because ultimately we try to strengthen relationship between citizens of the world. At the same time, I believe it's good that we recognize the very role of consular bodies. You have here many representatives from different councils and consulates, and we should all remember that they are also very important partners for strengthening our relationship and connecting us with the rest of the world. And this mission is, of course, a very noble one, because it helps citizens of the world to collaborate, to understand each other, to be more, to give each other, for them to have mutual support. And we have found example right now with the COVID-19, where I'm sure that all diplomatic missions, including all consulates, have been very busy with nationals which have been stranded, be it here in Mauritius or in different countries. And I'm sure that each one of you have given your full support in this very difficult time. And we just hope that COVID-19 will be something of the past, and that the world can restart again. But unfortunately for us, we know that we have also been had to face another catastrophe in an ecological disaster. And there also, I wish to thank all those who have been helping us, all our friendly countries who have been with us and trying to do the best that we could. I recognize here His Excellency from Japan, who has also been very supportive. But we just hope that not only Mauritius, the whole world, that we rebounce back at the earliest, that we are in a phase of real uncertainty, apprehension, and uneasiness. Not only here, but the world itself is now in a very delicate situation where we don't know what we can expect for the future. But nevertheless, we all should learn from past and present experience, be rational in what way we need to move. There should be, of course, mutual understanding, dialogue, but ultimately, we should be united. United at the national level, at the regional level, at the international level. We should all assume our responsibility at different levels, but be more resolute to face the future. And I just hope well to each and every one of you here, and we hope that we can move along for the benefit of citizens of this country, of the world, and that we can come back to some sort of the new normal. With these few words, let me once again wish you all bonne continuation et bon appétit.
Thank you, Mr. President. Let me. Apparently, the next date to finish this tournament is the 19th September, I believe. So let me show you what you're going to be missing tonight, but maybe you'll be winning next time. So these are the two overall trophies. So it's a little club and your two golf balls there, one for ladies and one for gentlemen. So for the ladies, the overall winner would have got one of those, and a weekend on the B&B at Le Méridien and a bottle of champagne. Laurent Perrier, s'il vous plaît. Donc, very nice prizes. And then the second lady would have won a night for two at Sofitel Imperial in the magnificent room, it's called. Magnifique room, it's called. So it's a blend of, it's a du franglais, we'll say. 1 weekend for two on full board at Coral Azur, and then a voucher of 4,000 rupees at La Clé des Champs. And the fifth winner would have won for the ladies, lunch for two at La Table du Château. And there was a special prize for the nearest to pin for ladies. So ladies, listen carefully. Brunch for two at Anneau in the ruins of Balaclava. And then the longest drive for the ladies, lunch for two at L'Aventure du Sucre. The men would have been into three categories: the bronze, the silver, and the gold. So the bronze men would have won as I go along. So it's also to thank the sponsors at the same time. They would have won a weekend for two on half board at Coral Azur in Trobiche. Second prize, brunch for two at Anneau 1743 Maritime Hotel, the ruins of Balaclava. Third prize, two at Savinia Bistro. Fourth prize, two at House of Canton. And fifth prize, lunch for two at Ocean Basket. And the silver category, the prize was night for two, half board, a chambre magnifique at Sofitel again. A second prize voucher of 4,000 rupees at La Clé des Champs. And then the third prize, one night for two at on B&B at Le Suffren Hotel. Fourth prize, lunch for two at La Table du Château. Fifth prize, lunch for two at House of Canton again. And then for the gold category, the prizes go up. Weekend for two on half board, Long Beach. Weekend for two on half board at Silver Beach Hotel in Belmar. Third prize, one dinner for two at Deer Hunter, Constance Belmar Plage, including 4 green fees on the same round. And the fourth prize in the gold category for men, one night on B&B at La Bourdonnais Waterfront, and fifth prize lunch for two at L'Aventure du Sucre. And of course, the men overall would have won the little trophy next to me. and the weekend at Le Méridien, and a bottle of champagne, Laurent Perrier. But the Mini Cooper, it's not a Cooper, it's a Mini. The Mini is still for the taking. So guys, the hole-in-one, or lady might do a hole-in-one, who knows? So you win the new electric Mini Cooper for a hole-in-one. So that's for you to dream. You've got 3 weeks to train again, huh? So it's you can go out there and really hit those balls on the fields. Nearest to pin for the men, lunch for two at Mocaz, and the longest drive men, you win a ship model. All these prizes are on view here, so if you want to, while you're having dinner, you go past, you can take a look at all of that. So with this, I have the pleasure on behalf of our host to really invite you to this wonderful setup at Avalon Golf. So have a great evening, enjoy your dinner, bon appetit all, and then in 3 weeks we'll see you. So the competition is not over. Thank you, Mr. President, for being with us.
Golf Estate à Bois-Sec, Bois-Chéri accueillera le tournoi de golf organisé par le consulat de la Namibie. Une compétition prévue le samedi 29 août prochain à partir de 12h30.
The proceeds of this tournament
Les fonds récoltés iront à une organisation non gouvernementale. Cette dernière fournira des prothèses à des personnes amputées pour leur permettre d'être plus indépendantes, plus mobiles et par-dessus tout, leur redonner confiance en elles.
of all dignity.
Jean-Yves Violette du Swan Group et Frédéric Nokia de Lille Company Limited se sont dit heureux de s'associer à cette activité. De nombreux prix seront alloués. Le prix vedette est une voiture mini électrique pour le trou en 1 au trou numéro 5. Selon Ryan Dodds, Golf Director de l'Avalon Golf Estate, 80 participants, hommes et dames, sont attendus. Les intéressés peuvent s'inscrire à l'adresse mail suivante golf@avalon.mu.